This student obviously sounds frustrated. My prof repeatedly writes that I should reformulate my sentences. Gosh, with 300 pages to write. So in the webinar, we spoke about a couple of resources that you can go and have a look at. One is a book by Inga Mewburn called How to Fix Your Academic Writing Trouble. And what Inga's done in that book is to take the common criticisms that examiners leave in the margins when they are going through students' work, and then she works backwards from those comments to give you practical, actionable steps that you can take to avoid those remarks, or if you get them, how to go back and fix them. So in this case, the student is saying that the prof has raised these comments perhaps in his writing and said that he must reformulate sentences. So I teach a couple of techniques for sentence construction in academic writing, and one of them is old before new. So you must make sure that you put concepts which are already familiar to the reader at the beginning of sentences. So old concepts at the beginning and then new at the end. So old before new, and then complexity last means that complex topics, complex subjects and ideas should go at the end, complexity last. So always build up to these complex topics with your reader in mind so that they don't have to carry too much in their subconscious, and that often then gets exhausting when you're bombarding a reader with constantly new and complex topics at the beginning of every sentence. So maybe the reformulation of sentences that the student could have a look at, and it sounds like they've got a similar criticism across 300 pages. Often it's just a reordering of the topics in a sentence, and then very important that your subject is a noun, person, place, object, whatever. It mustn't be an abstract subject. When you have abstract subjects, you have words that clutter your sentences, you have prepositions, and cluttered sentences do need to be reformulated. The verbs, once again, must be the doing form of the word, not the nominalization of a verb, and I explain this in a lot more detail in my course, How to Double Your Academic Writing Quality.